So Ian.
Yes.
I have a criticism, a small bit of feedback.
Please.
With your onboarding for the captain's chair, which is that I discovered after I left that there is in fact a necessity for driving technique.
Oh, okay. Please tell me.
My thumb was unusable. I went to try to text and it did not go well.
Oh, yes.
And I mentioned that this morning and everyone was like, "Oh, they didn't warn you." And about the need to like to have grip technique with the controller. And they all suggested their like favorites, so the like armored core
the armored core
was a very common one.
I'm sad to hear that was just kind of a the big armored core with the analog sticks was kind of a myth, but
so I've largely gone with just shake it up, just like like freestyle it every couple of minutes, just like switch fingers, switch the like ergonomics around, but last night I sat there the whole time.
Oh, in the conventional
manner with the thumb locked in place.
That is absolutely an oversight on my part, and I apologize. But thank you, I will mention that because the wide range of grips I'm sure you've been introduced to is.
Everyone has a favorite.
Everyone finds it. I like to do, as you've probably been told, I like to hold the thumb on the A and then use my index finger to just kind of tap it one-handedly if I'm trying to do something.
Okay. Oh, so you're a
little like that, yeah.
A little like
sometimes
that,
I'll
like
do that.
with your left.
Yeah, I actually have the controller turned 90 degrees with the cord pointed towards your right-hand side. Put your right thumb on the A button, the side of your right button, like the knuckle. And then just use your index finger, or however's comfortable for you, because everyone's fingers are different.
Yeah.
It's like you can't. I don't think you can dictate a position. You can only just because, as I said, everyone's hands are different.
Yeah, like hands, like particularly because like it's going to be dictated by like the controller's a specific size.
Yes.
So you need to work around. You can't move the button further back in order to. Yeah.
Exactly. And of course, when you're tapping the start button to horn, you're in a different position as well. So.
Naturally.
Yeah.
When you're just hammering that start button because someone has made the mistake of giving you audio power again.
Yes. What we haven't done yet is explored the world of alternative controllers, and I'm hoping that I don't want to mess with it too much this year because you change too much things.
I mean, I think the obvious starting place would just be like a driving wheel.
Right, and that's one that I'm intimately familiar with.
Yeah.
But that turning it back, you'd have to finagle the Sega system to have turn left and come back and turn, because you can't just constantly turn left unless you've got one of those wheels that never stops turning.
Yeah. Well, and also if you just had like direct control, then you would just tilt the steering wheel to correct for the drift and.
As would be normal, yeah.
And like you would do if your car was off.
Right. Which has happened.
Yeah. Then you get like the really exotic ones, your musical instruments or your pseudo instruments.
Steel Battalion controller.
Yeah.
Also good. My first thought was some of the interesting ones from the NES era, like the X-Force, which had just that battleship style container with where you put your hand in it and just kind of hold it there. Or perhaps I've always wanted to do the Power Glove because it would be. Not just so bad, but terrible.
Well, okay, so I'm sure someone has hacked a Power Glove to work with Sega. But there would also be the Sega Activator.
You're right.
Their competitor to the Power Glove, if the Power Glove has such a thing.
If I were to do this, honestly, it would just be probably strip the interior out of a Power Glove and just add an accelerometer onto it, so you can do the movie style twist. Twist.
I feel like that would cause more arm strain than the current solution.
Yeah, well, this has never been about. This is something. Desert Bus used to be about suffering for the drivers. and
sure did.
And we've really pulled that back a lot. And I think maybe in little ways we can bring that back.
Man, remember the device? Was it, though? I'm not sure about that one. We used to have a device that would like randomly speed up the gameplay or randomly slow you down,
It's fantastic.
or like you'd occasionally just go hard left, hard right.
Well, you could spin a roulette wheel and see what sort of effect would happen. Slippery was that one. It would not. Anytime you push left, it would lock left on until
Right.
you hit right, and you.
So you got to be
stay
like.
back and down the road the whole
God.
time. Yeah, my favorite about the device though was that you could enter the Konami code backwards,
Okay.
and would give you 30 minutes of cruise control. Just auto tapping that left and keeping the button down.
Until people figured out you were using it and would then activate another feature of it to override that
Yes.
and give everyone a mini heart attack. As, oh man, the device was cursed. We also just made ourselves suffer. I'm thinking back to two in particular I'm thinking of that have similar problems was Jer's shift at Desert Bus 10 and my shift at Desert Bus 2018, where we both decided that driving with our toes was a good idea so that we could use our hands for other things.
Okay.
Jer was driving with his toes while playing other video games on the side, like Castlevania and other like and Super Metroid and like other very involved games. Did not go well. Me, oh yeah, I can pilot this with my toes and build a Gundam. This will be fine. I have sharp objects, nowhere to work because I'm doing this just
On
on
the
my
lap.
crotch in a box and just trying to do this. Oh, it was not good. But that was all our own fault.